You think you've seen it all in weightlifting, and then that happens.
Amazing.
Okay, so this is the men's 61s. We're underway now. Opening attempt for František Polák from Czechoslovakia, 103 kilos. His best, Max, I think you mentioned, was 110.
Yep, very good opener.
And sometimes we notice that it pays for athletes who are opening up lighter than everyone else, particularly if they know they're going to open up a fair few kilos lighter than everyone else, to go even lighter than normal in case they miss it, and then they're in a bad spot. So they just go light, get in a good lift, and then they can make an easy jump to that second attempt.
Yep, exactly. We've got 3 lifters basically at the bottom of this session here, all starting in that 100 to 105 range.
Yeah. Heaviest opening attempt written in, Sergio Massidda. Now he's one of 2 Italians, 3, who are pretty locked down in the top 8 in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously Nino, well actually, Nino doesn't have a ranking yet.
Yeah.
But we can only assume that he needs to compete, put up a total, he'll be in the top 8, that's fine. I imagine potentially Giulia Miserendino in the 71s might be locked up in the top 8, potentially.
Yeah, if not, she's right on the border there.
She's on the border. She snatched 110 at the World Championships, and if she can clean and jerk around that 130 mark, then she hit 120 in training yesterday. It looked very good.
That'll put her in there for sure.
And then there are others. I mean, you take a lifter like Mirko Zani in the 73s, he's capable of it. I'm not sure he's there yet, but I mean, he's only got to do a 150, 180, and he's probably locked in quite comfortably as well. Maybe not comfortably, actually. That 73 kilo category is getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Well, the reality is no one's locked in unless you're in the top half of that top 8, because who knows who could come up and bump you off or move down, right? We still may not have completely fleshed these categories out. Someone may move up, someone may move down here. With still the Worlds and a Grand Prix left this year.
Yeah, finally we see world records in that 73 kilo category coming from outside of China.
Yeah.
Of course, that 200 kilo looked very good, and it looks like someone in the USA might be breaking records. A bit of controversy there in the 73s.
Well, training lifts, they don't really matter. I may have snatched a world record in my grandma's basement here or there.
I heard that. Yeah. I heard you may have done. Okay, second attempt now for František Polák. That is because Cosmin Isofash from Romania just bumped up to 110, forcing Polák to follow himself. God, he gets way over the bar when he's at the knee. And he somehow manages to maintain speed and bring his shoulders back.
Yeah, very good lift for him.
Yeah.
He's getting close to that best.
He looks like he could lose it behind almost. He's throwing it so far back.
Yeah, well, that's one of those problems. As you get far over the bar like that, you have to compensate at the top, potentially throwing that bar behind him. Let's see if he goes up to that 110 range to maybe equal his best, give himself a little more time.
Yeah.
There's some movement now. We'll see if he's going to go up, take 110. Yep, he has. Now brings out Cosmin from Romania.
So a couple of athletes at 110, both Romanians. I think they were both in at 105 initially, but they both moved up. It's interesting, we've seen 3 Romanian men now, once these 2 have come out, none of whom have lifted particularly brilliantly.
Yeah.
But then on the women's side, we've had 2 gold medals already. I don't know if you saw that. A Rogue 1.5 plate just got rolled off the, not just off the platform, but came flying off the stage.
Over-enthusiastic loaders.
Yeah.
It is their 3rd session, so.
Yeah. And it could have been their 4th if they did that B session before. So
Yeah.
credit to them. They've done a lot of steps. And they're being called to go back on, I think.
Oh, easy.
What?
The power snatch.
That was so easy.
Surprisingly easy. I wonder why he opened so light.
He moved that so fast, caught it so high. 0 wobble.
Yeah.
That's how you kick off a European Championships.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's not opened so light that he can't move himself up.
His best ever was 111 kilos, but he did that when he was a 55.
Okay.
So he goes up in weight, probably feels extra strong now.
Yeah.
This is his teammate.
The added body weight helped him.
Oh, no, I'm mistaken. Actually, this Marian Luca, he was the 55 who just moved up to 61.
Oh.
That was Kozmin before, whose best ever snatch was 105, so
that's a huge
even more impressive.
Wow, the complete opposite. Beautiful snatch, very good technique, but caught it really low.
Yeah.
Very solid lift still.
Yeah, very nice. 3 white lights, a great start for the Romanians. They look pretty young. Let's see if we can work out when these athletes are born. In general, these athletes are a little bit younger. Lots of 2002, 2003 birthdays, even 2005 by Mustafa. But the Romanians, yep, as we thought, 2005 for Kozmin, who was the first of the 2 out. And then the athlete we just saw, Marian Luca, 1999. So a little bit older. 2005. Does that make him 18?
18,
it does.
Yeah. Oh. Pollack's gone up. He's asked for 11 now. It's going to still be him.
It's going to be neck and neck with these
He's gonna go
Romanians, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they're going to be battling it back and forth between themselves, obviously.
It might be one of those ones where the coaches say, look, you're going to go neck and neck, and then on your last attempts, you choose.
Yeah.
What do you want?
So this would be a record, personal record for Pollack here. As best as 110.
Yeah.
First 2 are pretty good. He does get way over the bar, and that last one he did kind of swing behind a tiny bit.
A little bit of a readjustment in the catch he had to make. Seconds.
Yep.
Yeah,
didn't have it there.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation, just sitting there waiting.
Yeah,
and he wasn't doing that in his previous attempts, so you had to think he was trying to convince himself to go for it.
Yeah, it's a tough tall order too. If you don't want to go under, if your brain's telling you no, then to override that requires some serious will.
Yeah, it really goes against human instinct, I think, to go throw your head under such a heavy weight. And if your head says, I'm not sure about this, there's not a lot you can do.
So 115 now brings out the Turkish lifter for his first. If he stays here.
Looks like he's coming out.
Yep.
He won't get any support from the crowd. You hear his teammates yelling, but that's about it. Just an added element of difficulty for the Turkish athletes at this competition. Very nice.
Nice snatch. He did have to make a little readjustment there to save it.
It's like he had to push himself forward and through the bar a little bit further as he started standing up in case he lost it forward.
Yep.
But he's on the board. That's a great lift. That's probably going to bring out the 2 Romanians at 115. Really interested to see how Kozmin looks for his 115. That opener at 110 was the easiest opener we've seen at this championship so far. So we'll see what another additional 5 kilo does to his lifts.
So 5 kilos up. That first attempt at 110 was a joke.
Yeah.
That one power snatch, basically.
I think he laughed himself off the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he had to go a touch deeper,
Yeah. Really just the logical conclusion, though.
Yeah.
He went up and weight and went deeper in the catch. Didn't look tough at all.
And very smart of him. He got the down signal, the down buzzer, and then he stumbled, took a step back, and he just paused for a second or two overhead. He's seen what's happened, you know, both at the Pan Ams and already here at the European Championships with that. He just made sure that he had it under control before he let it go.
Yeah. We'll see if he takes another 5 kilo jump. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Luca's second attempt here at 115. Basically just in lockstep with his teammate.
Yeah, it's great to see. And what a way to progress as an athlete, a young athlete, when you've got a teammate who is neck and neck with you.
Oh, better than his first.
Yeah. Not quite as physically strong as his teammate, but
he's making the
he
same
moves
lifts,
very
though.
well,
Yeah, the Romanian team, they generally look very good. At the women's side, we've seen them look incredibly strong. Oftentimes just enormous pulling strength. The bar moves up so high. They end up not having to really catch it so deep. They have a little bit more time to absorb that bar, the weight of the bar as they squat down.
Yeah, we just saw Andrea Katruta with, I mean, she has phenomenal jerk.
Yeah.
Just puts it exactly where she needs it, and that was enough to give her the win. The athlete yesterday, Monica, in the 55s, probably the only Romanian lifter whose technique is, when it's not even slightly bad, it's really quite bad.
Yeah, it's
and she missed all 6 lifts.
It was rough.
So here we have a clean and jerk specialist coming out relatively early in the snatch, 118 kilos, Gabriel Marinov from Bulgaria, a junior lifter.
He's kind of right here on the outside of the sort of pack that's going to be opening in the 20s.
He might have his eye on the junior European record in the clean and jerk, 158 kilos. His best is 157.
Yeah, very possible.
I mean, he's built to clean and jerk. He's not really got the leverages for a big snatch.
Yeah, a bit shorter arms.
Not a lot of pull with which to generate speed on the bar.
Oh, you know,
it looked really good, didn't it? Until he missed it.
You could tell that he was a little bit forward, but it was almost precariously balanced there, just slightly forward of his midfoot.
And you watch, you can tell he's strong in the legs. He starts pulling with his hips as low as possible in the squat.
Oh, just so close.
Forward. Now that camera.
It's an angle.
Kudos to those who thought they could make it work, but it's a little bit too. It's been trodden on a few too many times. It's getting a bit dirty now.
You'd think after a few decades of that camera angle, they would never use it again.
Did they used to use that? Was that a bit of a classic back in your day?
It's been around since at least 2000.
Right. If it wasn't back in the small singlet days of the 80s, I hope.
It wasn't allowed back then.
No.
It would have been a crime.
Censored on TV. I don't think they allowed that. Second attempt now for Mustafa.
Oh, better than the first.
Much nicer.
Yeah, no
comes back and makes it.
Solid.
That's what he wanted. Yep, 3 kilo jump from his opener.
Yeah, very nice 118.
Huge extension on those elbows. You imagine he's probably going to go up to 120 on that final attempt.
Here's Marinov again. He's repeating that first attempt.
Yeah, he should make this. He snatched 124 kilos before.
Yeah, the first one was very close.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be closer and not a make.
Well, Andrea Katruta would probably beg to differ on her second attempt at 91.
Yeah. possibly. Nope.
Yeah, that one just wasn't. That one looked
that was worse.
like there was just less pull.
Yep. He was very early on that explosion. Right as that bar passed his knees, he initiated that transition just a little bit too aggressively. Let's see if we get a replay on that.
Yeah, it's going to be disappointing for the Bulgarian. But, I mean, he's still so young.
Just kicked it forward.
He's still 19. Interesting fact about Marinov is his birthday is on Christmas Day.
Oh.
It's a special day for him, the 25th of December. Yeah. And he turns 20 this December. So he's still 19.
Yeah. The December birthday, not the best for taking advantage of the junior ranks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
this is his last year.
Yeah.
And he's basically going to be 19 through it.
Yep.
It's a shame.
Getting a final rub down here.
Do you know who that coach is on the right?
I'm not aware of who that is.
I have not seen him particularly.
Yeah,
the others we know well.
The Bulgarian team has run through a few different coaches. I'm sure they have a backlog of basically any of the top lifters that have ever lived to be coaches. But, you know, we see a few different ones here and there. Obviously, we've seen Ivanov here kind of heading them up the last few years. But these assistants kind of in the mix, secondary coaches, have definitely been, you know, moving around, different people coming up. So his final one, he needs to make this.
30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, for someone who's snatched 124, 118 shouldn't be too tough. Same as the first. It's overhead. It's just a little bit forward, and it just drifts, and it's as if he's paralyzed. He doesn't even react.
Yeah.
You know, he maybe tries to stabilize it down there, but did not
there's no
work.
attempt to come up and take a step forward. It just it sort of bounces out of control on his shoulders.
We needed to be behind him, just about a centimeter further behind. Got the AK-47 on the arm.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of tattoos on that guy. Okay, so the opening attempt now for the Ukrainian Pavlo Zalibsky, 119 kilos. This is already more than we've ever seen him do. 117 kilos was the most we'd seen prior to this competition.
Yeah, big opener.
Oh, very similar to Marinov's opener.
Yep, you can see he's just moving forward to the bar. There's no final extension there. The bar does not get behind his head. He doesn't look too shaken. You know, it's a minor error. It's a common error to do that, to have that sort of rushed pull trying to get the bar to your hips, but you end up not really continuing to accelerate it, and it loses speed and stays forward because of that. But it's an easy fix. If an athlete can just be patient, they can bring the bar to where it belongs and actually use their legs at the top of the pull. He's getting a little bit, here he goes. Telling him he's been a little bit too casual at the top. Right? More, you need more.
Yeah.
Probably the most universal coaching cue.
Yeah.
More. Oh, here's
another
coach giving the exact same cue. If you hear it 2 or 3 different ways.
Although he's telling him it's going out, not up.
Yeah.
More up, less out.
He's probably heard that about 50,000 times. We'll see if he makes a correction. Yeah. He's leading the charge here. Coaches aren't even behind.
Nah. They might not even make it out of this, right?
Yeah. Well, I think they all know he's capable of this. He's just got to fix that.
Just got to get it back a little bit more.
Yep.
That's the one. It still moves forward a little bit off the floor, but
yeah,
that one came back really nicely.
Well,
Very fast square lockout.
It's really a win for everybody. A win for him for making the lift, and a win for the coaches for giving the correct cue there. They've got to be happy with themselves.
They didn't even move, those coaches, when he made it.
Well, they knew they'd said the right thing.
Yeah.
Very good lift.
All right, so we're up at the 120 kilo mark. 4 athletes still yet to come out. Mishvelidze from Georgia, his teammate Shota Mishvelidze, Ivan Dimov, and then of course the guy who's looking to win it. Well, a few of them are, but the leader maybe, Sergio Massidda. He's got the heaviest opener written in at 130 kilos, which is a heavy opener. Very heavy for him. Four athletes right now have 120 kilos written in.
Wow. A stark difference from the first two lifts.
Yeah, he had to go down for that one.
Feet didn't move at all. He just snuck under, but plenty of power.
Yeah. Far less snappy.
Yeah.
About 3 for 3. Let's see what his teammate can now do. Slightly older athlete, more experienced. Potentially the better technician of the two, but again, perhaps not as strong. Let's see what he manages here.
So his first and second both looked not hard, but
harder than his teammates.
Definitely near his abilities. This is going to test him for sure.
It's a 9 kilo personal best if he makes it.
Oh, great attempt. Just didn't have the tension to catch that properly.
Right, that's it. Yeah, it wasn't forward.
Yeah.
You know, and he met it. It just, he wasn't able to put the brakes on. His body was a little bit too soft. And it just bounced out.
Well, you know, had he been a little bit quicker under the bar, he'd have a little bit more time to get that tension he needs to solidify the catch position. But that's tough to do when the weight's heavy. You want to keep pulling against it, and it slows you down ultimately. 120 here for Elise.
Just a 2 kilo jump.
Yeah. He was successful in the first two.
Oh, wow.
Best of the three.
Wonderful lifting, and he's happy despite there being a bit of whistling, bit of distraction coming from a slightly hostile crowd. He's done pretty well for himself there. 3 for 3, the second athlete to do it. Been other than Marinov, it's been a pretty successful session so far. A lot of made lifts.
Well, I think now the last 4 lifters here really are kind of the front runners. We're going to see this battle once Zalipsky takes his 121 here.
Yeah, then the real battle begins.
Yeah, we're going to see everyone start to really fight for these spots. So missed his first, made the correction, finished the pull, put the bar where he needed. Does he retain that on this? Yep. Looks like he went back.
Yeah, looked a little heavier.
Yeah, a little added weight, made it a little bit hard to do that with. So he's only got the second attempt.
So opening attempt now for the first of the two Georgians. Mishvelidze, 122 kilos. His best snatch is 126 kilos. He's got a pretty big clean and jerk on him as well at 152. Maybe not quite as strong as his teammate, but he's certainly capable of getting a medal if one of these other 3 athletes slips up in this competition.
Yeah, he's potentially eyeing up a 3rd place here in the snatch if he can play his cards right. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
He's very fast. He's a little bit like his teammate was earlier, where it's a touch forward. And he did the right thing in many ways, trying to stand up, take a step forward, but he almost overstepped.
Yeah.
Stepped through the bar and then lost it behind. Took just a bit too far.
Yeah, my guess is he took that step because his legs weren't quite strong enough. He wasn't in a good enough position to just continue standing, so took the step to try to get a little bit better leverage in that front foot. It's really difficult to take steps like that and control the horizontal motion of the barbell.
Yeah.
As soon as you start moving forward or backward, that bar is so far above you, it is very challenging to control it. Well, he's going to fall himself here at 22. There really wouldn't be a wise move to go up. If he can make a couple of snatches, he can really hope, sit and wait, basically wait in the wings, hoping someone maybe bombs ahead of him or makes too many errors.
Very excited to see this up-and-coming battle between Dimov, Mishvelidze, and Massidda. All of them very strong. But before we do that, Mishvelidze is going to take his second attempt. He missed that opener at 122.
There's Coach Massidda. Some final words. Much better attempt.
Yeah, much better. Pretty similar, akin to Zalipski, that difference he made between that first and second attempt. The first was just a bit forward. That time he got it back. He's got a couple more kilos in him if he needs it.
Yeah, so now if he can take a little bit more than 23, he's probably going to be hoping that he can get himself into a position where if all things don't go well for anyone above him, he might sneak a snatch medal there. But he's probably going to be eyeing up this man here.
Absolutely.
Dimov taking 123 in his opener.
So here comes Ivan Dimov now, 123. His best in the snatch is 135.
You'll look and see the next three athletes all have very different body types.
Yeah.
Dimov very tall.
Yeah, very different overhead positions as well. Massidda is textbook. Mishvelidze is certainly a little bit odd, a little bit funky overhead. And Dimov, you'll see now. Wow.
Just a huge pull.
Yeah, just fights for it.
Yep.
Very aggressive lifter. It's so rare you get an athlete as tall as that in a category who can move as much as he does in the clean and jerk. And the snatch is perhaps not so irregular, but the speed, the aggression, the fight.
Yeah, certainly one of the fastest lifters moving under the bar.
How dirty does that camera need to get before they realize that it's just not the move?
Yeah, it's really a bit of a shame, too. It's not the best angle for us to analyze the lifting. I think it's one of the things that...
It might look a little bit cool.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. The viewers definitely appreciate the ability to watch the lift in full form.
Yeah. I mean, there is a camera at the back of the platform directly behind the athlete, which we've not seen used yet once.
Yeah. Well, the combination of both those angles might be a bit odd.
Too much. So Mishvelidze is going to come out for 127 kilos. That's going to be his third attempt, right? Oh, 126 kilos, sorry. Mishvelidze has put in 128 for his opener. Sergio Massidda from Italy has put in 130 kilos. We've got some Bulgarian athletes at the table. Bulgarian coaches, sorry.
Big jump for Mishvelidze here. 4 kilos, but this would be a great lift for him if he makes this. Gives him a good positioning here.
Equals his personal best.
Yeah, considering where he started.
Five seconds. It wasn't a bad weight selection, actually.
No, it was a great call. He just was a little bit too far behind. That bar just kind of rolled right over him on the top. It's tough.
Yeah, huge extension.
Yeah. Just didn't quite have the finish there to get the bar moving a little bit closer to his upper body. Keep that bar path a little bit more vertical. But we're talking, centimeters, millimeters here. Now, someone who's basically the opposite here doesn't put the bar in the best position always, but has an incredible ability to save lifts. Even Dimov here.
And of course, let's not forget he is the reigning champion. Took the gold medal last year with a 135 snatch and a 151 clean and jerk. Perhaps not quite in the same shape to be taking such a low snatch compared to his best. Wow.
Great lift.
Yeah, his sort of quick little movements that he does at the bottom of the snatch. So impressive. These micro adjustments that he's making. This shifting of balance on his foot.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. Just his comfort and the feel he has for that bar and his body.
Yeah.
He puts himself exactly where he needs to be. Really impressive. So now we've got the Georgian Mishvelidze here. Oh, he's moved up. Mishvelidze's moved up. Looks like 29 is probably going to be the weight here. Dimov here back with 128. I don't think he's going to take that.
This is going to be a real battle, isn't it, between the Georgians and the Italians. Shota versus Sergio. They have the same initials. They're both SM. Coincidence? I don't know. Okay, here comes Shota Mishvelidze, 129 kilos. This is pretty big for him.
Yeah.
A personal best of 135. This isn't light. And he has an incredible overhead position, very internally rotated.
Yeah.
Almost looks like his elbows are bent when he catches the bar.
Yeah.
But he's strong overhead because he's a squat jerker, and so he's learned to hold that position.
Points to the elbows.
Yeah.
Very different body type than Dimov.
And again, he rolls the bar back, gives himself some space to run it out.
Oh,
wonderful.
Good lift.
So strong. It'll hop forward, it'll scoot forward, but it's solid.
And we've seen that on a few of the Georgians. They have a little bit of that telltale artifact in their lift. They kind of hips through, bar forward, feet forward.
Yep, Rezi Davitadze does it. He won't be competing at this championship, still recovering from injury, but the 89 kilo lifter is known to jump forward as well on both lifts.
Yep.
Okay, here is the best snatcher of the bunch, Sergio Massidda. 135 kilos he made 4 months ago in Colombia, where he placed 4th. Of his last 5 competitions, he's won 3. Those were the European Junior Championships, the European Junior Championships again, and the IWF Junior World Championships. So he is a Junior World Champion. There we go.
Very good. He's in the lead now at 130. Definitely the place he wants to be.
And that's what he needs. That's what the Italians need. I feel like that's what we all need watching the Italians. Just a little bit of consistency. We need to see someone make some lifts, make an opener.
Yeah, a little bit more conservative approach. Move those totals up. Go for victories here. Beautiful lift.
Yeah, brilliant snatch. Final attempt now for Ivan Dimov. A 3 kilo jump. This is probably wise.
Yeah, he's got such a strong clean and jerk.
So he needs as big a snatch as he can, because Shota and Marinov and Massidda can out clean and jerk him on the good day. So he'll need this.
Takes his time, gets set.
And 130 kilos proves just too much for him today. And unfortunately, you've got to assume that means he's not in his best shape for the clean and jerk either.
Yeah.
Which is going to put him out of the running. If he's not able to go mid-50s, mid-150s in the clean and jerk, he's not going to be in the ballpark for the gold medal, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, he's still got bronze in the snatch, but he just, to make up that ground in the clean and jerk against these two is really, really tough.
Yeah.
So Mishvelidze taking the 4 kilo jump to 33. Also put him back into first, ahead of Massidda, but that might not last long. I believe Mishvelidze had a 285 total from Worlds.
Yeah, that's right, 130, 155.
And that was right at 8th place.
Yeah, 8 kilos behind Sergio Massidda.
Yeah.
So he's looking to move back ahead of him at this competition.
Oh,
wow.
Very nice lift.
That's huge. He looks in shape to go for a personal best today.
He came here to fight.
Yeah, 136 definitely looks possible for him. I mean, let's not forget, when he was a 67, which he was for just one competition, he snatched 142 kilos, so he has felt those heavier weights overhead.
Yeah, despite that little hop forward, his lifts look very stable. He's so strong overhead.
It almost looks as though he has a bit of tension and tightness in his shoulders, which allow or prevent that bar from falling behind him.
Yeah, a bit of natural tightness there from the muscularity he has.
Very different to this athlete here, Sergio Massidda, who has so much flexibility.
Yeah.
You know, he gets his back set so tight. Amazing mobility in his hips, shoulders. But with that comes the need for perfection overhead.
Yeah.
You can so easily lose the bar behind, as he has done many times.
Now he's playing a competitive game here, taking the 134 to give himself a kilo lead here.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah, just as we
so
thought.
close, but you know he sat so low. You can watch his hips roll under him.
Yeah,
and that bar just comes back a little bit too far.
Yeah,
definitely not a good spot for him to be, though.
No, and that's the issue with athletes like him. He sort of folds up a bit like a deck chair.
Yep.
Everything is just vertical. Whereas with an athlete like Shota Mishvelidze, you know, there's a bit more forward knee travel. The hips are set a little bit further back.
Yeah.
Torso's at a little bit more of an angle. It just gives him a little bit more to play with to try and save a weight.
Oh, wow. So Mishvelidze's got 136 on the board. Massidda's got 134. Is he going to play the smart game here? Take
he should
the 34.
just take it.
Yeah, he's got such a good clean and jerk that really not necessary.
Although, yeah, so Mishvelidze's moving.
Yeah.
He's by the walkout area, and Sergio Massidda is walking over to him now.
Yeah, this will be interesting here.
I think he's gonna stick with the 134, I imagine. It's a wise call. No. He's jumped up to 136.
I think that might be
It's an Italian strategy that we've come to love and hate.
What an aggressive move.
6 kilos up on his opener, and he's just going to go for it.
And, we've seen so many times that those bold moves don't pay off. When they do, you look like a genius, but when they don't, it's such a pain to see. If Mishvelidze is successful with this 36, it puts a lot of pressure on Massidda. He's in the lead already, up 3 kilos. Adding 3 to that.
It's a personal best.
Yeah.
We can see in the crowd opposite us, we have Lash Talakadze in an enormous white T-shirt. He just
a man who knows
crossed
his way
his
around
chest.
the snatch.
He's got his hands on the back of his head. He looks very nervous
Yep.
as he watches on for his teammate.
This is a huge lift. 136.
And Lasha sits next to his 55-kilo teammate who weighs less than a third of him. Oh my word, he's done it. 136
Amazing.
kilos for Shota Mishvelidze.
He did exactly what you talked about. You can see, watching the replay, there's just that bit of extra natural tension in his body as he catches that whatever. He has now put all of the pressure on Massidda. Massidda's gone to 37. I think this may be
it's a risky move for him.
Yeah, really bold move here to take that 37.
And Mishvelidze, 14 years into international competition, and he still hits a personal best.
Yeah, amazing. What a fantastic lifter. This is shaping
He's going to move up into the top 8 in the world with this. You said he placed 8 at the World Championships?
Yeah.
This will be a total that moves him even higher in the rankings.
Yeah.
And Sergio Massidda, who currently has a higher ranking, is playing a dangerous game here.
Well, it's the veteran and the rookie here, right?
He made 130 on his opener. He jumped to 134 kilos and missed it. Then to 137 now. Neither of these athletes have ever won a European Championships.
Wow.
One of them's going to win it today.
Huge attempt, huge lift. This could set the tone for everything here. It wasn't close.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly close on that one. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to move ahead of him in the clean and jerk. We know that Shota's got a good clean and jerk. 156 is his best. It's 2 kilos under Sergio's, but he's got a 6-kilo lead.
Yeah, you can see the look on his face. He's not a man who really wears his emotions on his face, but you can see a sly grin there. He knows.
He knows he's in a good spot.
Yep, he's in a great position.
What a lead. I mean, we haven't seen a lead this big since the women's 49s with Mishvelidze. I think she also had a 9-kilo lead, also over an Italian.
Yeah.
And now we have a 6-kilo lead over an Italian silver medalist.
Really a great battle and great tactics there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Georgians, I mean, you got to give almost equal credit to the coaches as you do the athletes for choreographing such a well executed performance there.
Yep. Yeah, that 133 was a smart call. Impressive.
So the gold medal there is going to go to Georgia. Did they get a gold in the snatch in the 55s? They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be the second gold of this championships. 3 for 3, 136 for Shota Mishvelidze, finally getting a new personal best after 14 years of international weightlifting. The silver to Sergio Massidda from Italy, 130 kilos. He took a shot at the gold with 137, but was unable to make it. Then the bronze medal to Ivan Dimov from Bulgaria at 127, 4th place, 5 kilos behind him, probably out of the running. It's Guderdzi and Berdalidze from Georgia. But we've got to keep an eye on Gabriel Marinov. He bombed out in the snatch, but we know that he can get a medal in the clean and jerk. So as long as he stays in this competition. The last time we saw a Bulgarian bomb out in the snatch, they set a world record in the clean and jerk.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with Marinov.
A unique individual, that one.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a 176 kilo clean and jerk world record, but never say never.
Wow. That was a great battle.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Really cool to see that.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And now we can see opposite us, as athletes and fans spot Lasher in the crowd, they go over to him and try and get photos. And that's probably going to be his next 10 minutes.
Yep.
There we go. There's one. There's another. This time it's a selfie.
He's a very hard to miss individual.
Yeah. You can't hide away so easily. He wears a 5XL on his upper half.
Yep.
6 on his lower. And he's just come off a very strong training session in the training hall. 2 snatches at 210 kilos, a clean and jerk at 250. That'll be in the next upload from Weightlifting House over on the Weightlifting House YouTube channel. You'll be able to see that along with the rest of the biggest lifts from the training hall and maybe a few highlights from the competition over at Weightlifting House on YouTube.
Yeah, doing a 460 total in the training hall now is, we're spoiled. It's
yeah, 460 is very large.
Yeah, sort of a nonchalant thing for us to watch.
Yeah, he's looking a lot stronger than he did at the World Championships, which is good.
Yep.
And he's going to need to, considering how strong the Armenian Vrazdat Lalian is looking, and with all this extra support from the crowd. I mean, Lalian is 23 years old. To be
so
that
young.
good, especially as a super,
Yeah.
you know, at that age. No, I mean, you have to assume that he's going to be able to improve his lifting significantly. And
Yeah.
here we go again. Lash is back up, taking more photos. A little bit slower standing up each time. Don't forget, it's like a pretty heavy set of squats when that man has to stand up. 170 plus kilos of body weight. Here's another coming now.
You know, he's
a very patient man.
He's a very patient. He's a very generous and nice man too.
He's very quiet, actually,
Yeah.
very soft, both physically and emotionally. And another photo. Yeah, that's the issue. When the floodgates open, they don't close.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he can take a seat now.
Well, you can see in the back room there is Sergio Massidda.
He's leaving. Yeah, this is a good call.
Yeah.
Just get out of there. Otherwise, he's going to be harassed for the next 10 minutes. He's just going to get up and go.
I have to wonder what's going through Massidda's mind right now.
Here he is.
The real question here, the concern, I would think, from the coach's perspective is, you know, he's not out of it by any means. He's got a great clean and jerk. For him to be there,
I don't know.
putting too much pressure on himself.
Yeah.
You know, just as well, Mishvelidze needs to make lifts.
Yeah.
Still in the clean and jerk.
But if Mishvelidze can make, you know,
it's
his clean and jerks, then Massidda cannot overtake him. He just can't.
Yeah,
There's no way Massidda's going to get into the mid-60s to make up this 6 kilo deficit with a 7 kilo lead.
He's too far back.
He's too far back. He's going to have to require Mishvelidze to make maybe just his opener, and then he's going to have to make probably a personal best.
Well, the painful place he's in, too, is that Mishvelidze only has to take tiny jumps. You know, a couple kilos puts Massidda into a very, very rough spot.
Yeah.
We'll see, though.
That's Bertolizzi now with 70 kilos loaded. He came 4th in the snatch with 122 kilos. And so 4 minutes 20 remain until we get back underway. So that's Marian Luca, one of 2 Romanians there. Previously a 55 kilo athlete. His best snatch coming into this was 111 kilos. He made 115, missed 120. His teammate, on the other hand, Kozmin Isofesh, made 120, taking the 5 kilo lead over him. So when we caught up with Sergio, he did tell us that he's totally recovered now from that injury, you know, that fracture to the vertebrae that he had late last year. He told us that basically when he's in the gym, he's only thinking about improving his records as much as possible. He doesn't at all look at what his competitors are doing. He said the real challenge is in the competition, but not in the gym. So he sort of appreciates that dichotomy, that as he trains, he doesn't think about his opponents, but he knows that really that's everything for him.
Yeah.
He's beating them.
You know, we hear that actually quite often. A lot of lifters talk about not focusing on their competition, focusing only on themselves,
Yeah.
really trying to improve how, whatever little aspect or weakness they have that needs some work. And it seems to be a good strategy for a lot of these lifters.
Yeah.
Getting too fixated on what everyone else is doing, might take away from what's going to happen when you actually grab the bar.
There's that vast back room. Largest warm-up room I've ever seen at international.
Yeah, phenomenal display here. The lights, everything. This is probably the nicest venue I've been in for a meet. So 2 minutes left on the clock in this break. And then we'll have our first lifter out, František Polak from Czechoslovakia. He'll be falling himself. He's taking 127 on an opener, so I don't think he's even going to get into that above 135, possibly above 135. We'll see.
Possibly. But he'll probably follow himself at least on his second attempt. Maybe he'll be able to get a breather in between second and third. But it's very possible that both Romanians will just jump up a kilo to 136 and force him to take a third attempt. Who knows? So tomorrow, I believe we have the women's 59s and the men's 67s, which will be a fun day. The women's 59s, of course, are back to an Olympic category there, so we're going to be seeing athletes like Nina Sturks, Kamila Konotop from Ukraine, Lucrezia Magistris from Italy. It's going to be a very strong session.
Yeah, I expect it to be competitive like this.
Yeah.
We're really seeing these Olympic classes start to turn into, I don't want to say bloodbaths, but just
it's very exciting.
Yeah, really aggressive fights here.
As soon as we start, I mean, there's sort of this meta competition that's going on behind the European Championships, which is trying to beat previous competitions from other athletes from other continents to try and improve and secure their positioning in the world ranking for an Olympic spot.
Yeah, it's a great point to make, too. A lot of these maybe competitors are looking at not just the person on the platform in this meet, but they're looking at all the numbers that have been done, and we also have Asians, the Asian Championships that are going to come up after this as well, where we're going to see probably similar things with those lifters that are potentially in that spot or have moved down now after whatever happens here. So it's definitely a lot to take in.
Yeah. So, opening attempt now for František Polak from Czechoslovakia. He made his first 2 snatches, ended up with 107. 127 will be his opening clean and jerk. Taking his time. That's
not a great start.
Not what you need to see.
He's limping, though. I'm wondering if he hurt his leg. Oh, it's unfortunate.
You know what? If he ends up pulling out, that's going to suddenly cause a bit of a panic for the athletes who thought they might have 5 or 6 minutes before they came out. I'm looking at the two Romanians. Might be in trouble if they're a few warm-up attempts out. But you never know. He might come back out and try and do it.
No, he's got a 2-minute clock here. Let's see what he does.
Hopefully we can get a camera on him in the back room and just see, see his facial expression, see what the coaches are doing, see if he looks ready to come back out. Or if he's... I mean, he stood right there.
He's there. He's getting a little bit of a check from one of the trainers.
I guess he didn't tire himself out with the pull, so he's not going to need to use the full 2-minute clock.
Yeah, maybe he's got a cramp. That would be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
But if he did, maybe strain that hamstring. Oh, he's testing it out. It's a tough situation. You're not sure. From our perspective, limping off the stage, that's not a good scenario. But if it is just a cramp, maybe he'll be okay here. They may have just thrown him off. Let's see what he does. 127.
Much better.
Yep, he went under.
A little bit of a hitch at the top of the thigh. Strong.
Wow.
Yep, great lockout.
He's still limping.
Yeah, he looks in trouble.
It's really impressive, the grit he must have.
Yeah.
Limping off the stage like that to have just done a 127 clean and jerk. We'll see if he even takes the third or what happens here. Yep, he's pulled out. He's just given himself a total and he's moved on. Probably for the better.
Yep, fair enough. So front attack, Polak will be the first athlete to put up a total, 234 kilos. 135 was his best clean and jerk. And it still is. He's quite way off that today, but clearly dealing with some problems.
.135 here. His teammate has a 140 opener. He obviously was the stronger looking lifter in the snatch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some final words of encouragement from his teammate. She just won the last session she was in. Nice pull.
Classic Romanian technique.
Solid jerk.
Yeah.
Yep, very good lifting.
Yeah, I think he had that back foot recovery. The bar's a little forward, but it went very high. He locked out very strong. It's good lifting.
Well done. So 36 now. His second. I assume he's going to bump up.
Yeah, probably pull out Zalipsky from Ukraine.
Yeah.
With 138.
Yeah, he's moved to 40 now, so Zalipsky's the lifter at 138.
Sergio Massidda has put in a bit of a placeholder of 158 kilos for his opening attempt. That would actually equal his best.
I hope he doesn't take that as an opener. But,
you know what?
He
is so tucked in that top 8 in the world.
He might.
That he's probably not worrying about that positioning for the Olympics. He might just go for it.
Yeah, possibly.
He might just look at whatever Mishvelidze does and just say, I'm going to take 3 cracks at this.
Yeah. That'd be a strategy. Easy, clean.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sends that back foot so far back. And
Beautiful
yet
lift.
maintains balance.
Yeah, just such a pretty lift there. So he'll bump, I'm guessing, to, well, for sure over 140. It's going to bring out Luca for his second at 140. Nope, actually it'll bring out Isofashe. So
let's see if his opening attempt in the clean and jerk will look as easy as his opener did in the snatch.
we've got a little bit of moving around here. Yeah.
Got a red neck there, a lot of abrasion from that sentinel.
You know, his teammate had the same thing.
Yeah.
His opening snatch at 110 was basically a power snatch.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if the clean and jerk, like you said, is the same.
Straight into it.
Really strong. And even stronger jerk.
Very fast. A little bit of an alien there. Just walks up and goes, and then very quick into the jerk.
Yeah. Very, very strong. Both the Romanians looking really good right now.
So fast in that clean.
So Luca made 35, taking the 5 kilo jump.
Mm-hmm.
He's still behind his teammate, but he's, tagging along here. Oh, tough recovery on the clean, though.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, a little forward, but he's able to get his hips back forwards under the bar.
Good save on that jerk.
Yeah.
Well done. So we've still got a few more lifters here opening in that 140-ish, mid 140 range.
Yeah.
Before we really get into those basically final three that are going to be contesting that top position on the podium, and then Marinov as well, who's got 147 listed there. He'll probably take some big attempts in the clean and jerk now that he's actually got nothing in the snatch. Dimov going to take 142 here.
Yeah, 151 is his best. Third in the snatch, but he's just not got the clean and jerk as some of these other athletes. A little bit taller, a little bit worse leverage in the stand of the clean, and then, of course, in the jerk, things are a little bit more difficult for him with those long arms. The first double bodyweight clean and jerk of the session. No, actually, I think it was 71 for some reason. 61 category.
Yep. A little bit tough for clean.
Yeah.
A little shakier overhead. That looked like he may have almost dropped that ahead of the buzzer, but
you know, the fact that we have athletes in Asia, when I say athletes, an athlete in Asia snatching more than this, is just remarkable.
Yeah, it's a truly incredible event to see, basically the best in the world And then on top of that, there's people that are doing numbers that are just out of this universe. There's always somebody stronger. 142 for Zalipsky. Really solid first attempt.
Yeah.
Clean and jerk was just textbook. Nice clean again. He's got a great jerk as well.
Wow.
Solid.
What a split.
Just
What a
sharp.
lockout. You know, the jerk is one of those lifts that I think you can pick up the snatch and the clean in your later career, in your later life, and move pretty well. The split jerk seems to be that one lift where if you learn it when you're 9 or 10 years old, you just look different when you get to a higher level. You just own that split position. You can just pause there, perfectly locked out, perfectly in balance, and just hang out there and then bring your feet together. That's textbook.
Very much. The sport definitely selects for people who are good at the jerk as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's possible to build up the leg strength and build up the clean, but if you're just not good in the jerk, it's so hard to win.
Mm-hmm.
Nice clean. Oh, great
There we
lift.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like his first two, a little bit forward, but he's just so strong at getting himself back under the bar.
Yeah, very solid. So now we're in the 145 range.
Yeah, get those
We're
blues on.
Starting to see some of these bigger lifts come out. Got a few lifters asking for 47. This 45 will be Isofashe's second, assuming he's going to stick with that.
Sergio Massidda's dropped down from 158 to 155, joining Shota Mishvelidze. Both of them will likely drop down again to the 150 kilo range, I'd have thought, for their opening attempts. 155 seems a touch heavy for both of them. They're approaching personal record territory at that point. Second attempt for Cosmin.
First one was very strong. Yep, even better.
Yeah, I really like that clean.
Oh, and the jerk too.
Yeah, he just steps that front foot so far, so fast.
Yeah, both these Romanians have looked exceptional this competition.
Yeah.
Every lift looks very strong. Just looking really, really solid.
It's amazing the difference between how he moves and then every time he walks off the platform he looks so stiff. Like he doesn't have any mobility in him, but then you see him lift and brilliant.
Yeah, really, really sharp. So here's Mustafa Ali's first attempt, 146. Probably not going to get a warm welcome from the crowd.
No. But he was so snappy, so fast in his snatches. Incredible lockout in the snatch. Big opener for him. 138 was his best prior to this, so he's improved a lot since we last saw him.
Oh,
Straight into it.
What a bizarre move. He was on his toes before he even started that dip.
But you know, if you're one of those athletes who times their jerk in relation to their clean and counts the oscillation, then you know nothing but to just go. And if your clean is forward and you're having to take steps forward, you got to decide, do I settle and then jerk from an unfamiliar stationary position, or do I go with my regular timing?
Yeah.
He went with the regular timing, but he was in a bad position when he dipped.
Yeah, he's got to be frustrated with that. That was a throwaway attempt. Well, question now, does he bump to 47 to give himself more rest, or is he going to repeat that? Looks like he's getting ready to go. Those errors of judgment are some of the most frustrating because it's not really an issue of ability. He could have taken an extra second to settle himself, been balanced better, been off his toes. made a lift, but now he's repeating it. And, you know, he's going to be frustrated because he potentially isn't going to get close to where he expected to if he made 3 lifts.
Last year, the bronze medal total at the European Championships was 279 kilos. So these athletes, if they want to podium, they are going to have to be looking at 280 plus. So here he comes out again, 146.
Good clean again. Right into it,
That's
but
it.
better. He was mid-foot.
Yeah, when he does it right, it's so easy. His coaches look at him. Why didn't you do that last time? I don't know, he says. He can definitely get himself up into the 50s. Looks like Marinov's going to come out now. A bit of a clean and jerk specialist here. He bombed out in the snatch, so he's got nothing to go for now except for medals. And he's definitely an athlete that can get medals in the clean and jerk. Okay, so Marinov has gone up to 151. So that's going to call out Mishvelidze from Georgia, who placed 4th in the snatch.
Yeah, I think a bit of confusion there. We saw Dimov in the tunnel.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been there, because that would have been a second attempt for him. But Mishvelidze's first attempt should and will come first now. So smooth, that contact is barely there.
Great lift.
Wow, what a lift, 147.
Easy.
Yeah, his best is 152. He looks strong enough to beat that today if he takes 3 kilo jumps.
So now 147 for Dimov.
Yeah.
We'll see. This is his second attempt.
Dimov now. This will, he's already in the lead for now. This will bump him up another 5 kilos. Such a scrappy lifter. There's so much fight in him.
Yeah, he really wrestles with that bar.
Not at all afraid of a heavy attempt, just throws himself under everything. He's probably used to it with his Bulgarian training.
Good clean.
Yeah. God, he just fights to stand up. Wow.
Oh, better jerk than the first.
Yeah. You know, in that clean, as he catches the bounce, he comes up with his knees out. He decelerates and he just jams the knees in towards each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
he's kind of
uses adductors, which does actually help with his hip extension.
Yeah, here he
and
goes.
Just, there he goes, and it just pushes him up and through. And then that lockout.
It's actually a very efficient movement.
Yeah.
You know, it might look awkward, a little bit odd, but he's moving his hips back under the barbell, which gives him a little better leverage.
Yeah.
All right, but basically the polar opposite technically here.
Yeah. Zalipski, final attempt. This won't do much for him by way of medals or position, but it does build a good total. Big personal best for him by 7 kilos.
Great clean.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Didn't quite have that jerk.
Yep, good effort though. 119, 142 for the Ukrainian, 261. Currently he sits in 5th, though realistically that's going to probably be demoted down towards 8th by the end of this. 3 athletes still yet to come out. Of course, we have Sergio Massidda, Shota Mishvelidze, and Gabriel Marinov, who I think is finally going to be coming out now for his opening attempt at 148 kilos. Yep, here he comes. Not built to snatch and didn't do so well. Let's see how he fares in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, being that he bombed in the snatch, we may see some big attempts from him in the clean and jerk. He really has nothing to lose here and everything to gain. 148 opener.
Yeah, the need to get a good total can sometimes prevent the crazier attempts in the clean and jerk.
Right.
Oh, it's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
Short little jerk.
Jerk was good though.
Yeah.
Could have just been possibly a little bit off for his opener, maybe.
You know, he gets so far over, like his legs are totally straight when he's, you know, just at the knee. He gets way over the bar. Look at that.
Yep. Gives him that little bit of a hop forward because of it, but he's strong.
Very wide grip in the jerk. So 150 now is being asked for from Kozmin Isofach on his final attempt. This really puts the nail in the coffin with regards to his teammate. He moved ahead of his teammate by 5 kilos in the snatch. He's already 3 up in the clean and jerk. This will be a further 5. That's going to give him a 9 kilo lead.
Yeah.
Sorry, 12 kilo lead if he makes this over his teammate. His coach looks very tense in the back.
Very strong lift.
I love that front foot in the jerk. He just commits to it. Steps so far through.
That was a fantastic performance for him. Made 6 lifts.
Yeah.
And just looked like there's room for more.
Yeah, and still, I mean, he's 18 years old. He's a young lifter. He's competed twice. This is his 3rd international. He's only ever won. He won the European Youth Championships last year. He also won the European Junior Championships last year, both times as a 55. Max, his best clean and jerk coming into this was 127 kilos as a 55.
He's made some improvement on that.
Yeah, a little bit. He just made 150.
Wow. Well, that's some serious progress.
I guess we'll get a world record next time he's out. Here comes Dimov, 150, final attempt. This to extend his lead. Everything he can to prevent anyone else from moving ahead of him. He'll probably wrap up bronze, a guaranteed bronze with this, before the Italian and Georgian come out. But I'm not sure he's going to be able to hold on to his gold medal from last year. Strong.
Yeah, better clean than the second.
Look at that wide grip. Not many people can do that.
Wow. He's got to stabilize it.
I mean, when you see people go that wide in the jerk, usually at the very least, when they're stood there in the rack position, they have their elbows down.
Yeah.
He has his elbows fully forward. I mean, the external rotation that he's able to achieve in his shoulders in that position, wow. It's not easy to do. And then he's just wobbling back and forth. His shoulders are moving, but he just holds it.
Yeah, what a remarkable lift.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dimov.
So Bertolizzi's asked for 155, an 8-kilogram jump. That's going to force Mustafa Elise out at 150. Well, he's moved to 52, which is going to push to Marinov, but we'll see if Marinov bumps up as well.
So here's my question. Is Bertolizzi going to attempt to move ahead of Dimov? He would need 156.
It looks like he's planning for something like that.
53 on his next attempt will move him up, and then 56 on his third attempt to try and secure a bronze medal. Georgia could come away with this, if all goes to plan, with 2 medalists on the podium.
A lot of hardware.
Yeah, a lot of medals. But before that, it's the final attempt for the athlete from Turkey, Mustafa Ellis, 152. He missed that opener. He just missed the timing between the clean and the jerk. Stepped forward and it threw him off. Second attempt looked great.
Yeah, he looks capable for this lift.
Yeah.
Good clean.
Yeah.
Right into it. Wow.
He has more in him.
Yeah.
He has more in him. And just like his Turkish teammate, sort of salutes the angry crowd after his final attempt.
Yeah, what a great lift for him. So Mishvelidze's dropped to 154. Probably a very smart move. Be the one who's basically, I mean, he's already so far ahead, but he's got a lot more control to be the one pushing that clean and jerk number around.
So this next lift, this is going to be very important.
Bertolizzi dropped to 53 though.
Yeah, but it's going to show us whether he's capable of 56 on his third attempt to get that podium spot.
His 47 was pretty good.
Yeah. His best is 52, so this is a personal best.
Wow.
His third attempt of 56 would be a big ask.
Oh, very good clean. Oh, 56.
Yeah,
looks
he's
like
got to go for it.
Very doable lift for him.
Wow.
That was easy.
If you're Ivan Dimov, the previous European champion, you might be looking right now and thinking, I'm not even going to get a medal. I'm not even going to be on the podium. Well, he will have medaled in the snatch with the bronze, but that might be the only medal he gets today.
Yeah, this could be brutal. So a bunch of movement now. Massidda's dropped to 54. I think everyone's looking for a medal in the clean and jerk as well. Bertolizzi's put 56 in. He basically doesn't need anything other than that. I don't see why he would do anything but 56, so that's for sure. Now it's Massidda versus Mishvelidze.
Here we go.
Round 2.
This is such a big attempt for him.
Yeah.
158 is his best. Such a smooth, clean, perfectly straight bar path.
Oh,
that looked heavy. That looked too heavy. You'll notice he doesn't wear knee sleeves or a belt.
Yeah. He looks to be in a bit odd position there when he's setting up for the jerk. His knees are a little bit soft, pretty hyperextended back.
You know what? Julian Imperio doesn't wear knee sleeves or a belt, and Antonino Pizzolato normally doesn't ever wear knee sleeves or a belt. He put a belt on when he came the other day because he's had a back injury, but the Italians actually don't.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I think about it, they don't really wrap up. Okay. In comes Shota Mishvelidze with 154. He already snatched the personal best. This, as an opener, is 2 kilos below his personal best.
It also gives him a 290 total.
He's in shape right now. 290 in the total.
It moves him up.
It moves him up in the rankings. He's certainly going to be a top 8 lifter with this in the world. This could even be enough to guarantee his Paris spot. Now get ready for the squat jerk. Oh, left that a little bit forward.
It looked like it rolled forward as he squatted down. It just kind of,
I'm going to be honest. I do wonder. I do have to wonder why they have opened so heavy. He's never won the European Championships. He's in a dream situation, being 6 kilos up on Sergio in the snatch and a further 3 over anybody else. He could have probably opened up at 145 and won this.
That's a great point. It's one of those questions of, are they looking only for that top 8 positioning
in the world? Yeah.
Or, are they looking for the win first? But they could accomplish all those goals with a smaller opener.
Just get the opener in and then take the jumps.
Hopefully that was just a fluke.
Big jump for Marino of 6 kilos here. He's got not a lot to lose after bombing out in the snatch, as you've said, Max, so he probably wants a gold medal in the clean and jerk.
Better clean.
Yeah.
That wide grip.
There we go. Can he hold on? Yes, he can. And you know what? Not only could he take an attempt at the gold medal in the clean and jerk, he could take an attempt at the junior European record of 158. He could go for 159.
I think we're going to see that. I don't see him taking anything other than 59.
Well, I mean, what does he care about? Because if say, he only needs 156 to win the gold, he'd probably go for that, right? Gold in the clean and jerk.
Possibly.
Over a European record.
He's actually in first right now with 54. And
That's true.
Weight hasn't changed, so...
Both leaders in the snatch have missed their opening clean and jerks.
Yeah, not a good place.
That's what happens sometimes. The front runners just push themselves too much.
Super vertical pull. Easy clean.
So strong.
Sort of.
Oh, yeah. Scooted his hips back in the catch, but then pushed them back under the bar, directly under, and saved it.
Yeah, just a soft, kind of precarious looking setup for the jerk before he even dips. It doesn't look rock solid.
And if Shota Mishvelidze can't make a lift, Sergio could still win this.
I know. Mishvelidze taking this kilo bump here to 55. I wonder how many of these decisions are just being made to try to win everything. He could have taken 54 and locked in his victory. There's no way Massidda could catch him.
No.
Just making a 54.
Massidda would need 61. 161. Now Massidda's going to need 162, which obviously won't happen. He's just going to look for a gold medal in the clean and jerk, you'd have thought, along with Marinov, who will be doing the same. Shota he's in a situation where all he needs is to make a lift, and he's a European champion, finally.
Yeah. He's certainly capable of this.
Yeah.
It's heavy, but, the last one was extremely close.
This was the most that he made at the World Championships.
Good clean.
There we go.
He's done it.
There we go. He's going to be a European champion, surely.
Yeah.
And Max, do you know what's so interesting is at the 6 competitions where he's competed at 61, the most he's clean and jerked is 155.
Wow.
Never 156, never 154. He probably saw that 154 and thought to himself, where's the yellow? What's going on?
He's never seen that color combination on the ball before.
And Georgie said, oh yeah, we need 155. That's what you do every time. And that's what he's done.
He's got one more attempt in him, so he definitely could bump himself up. He's got a 291 total now.
Yeah, I guess he's going to look to, he's in that gold medal spot, but I guess he wants all 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot. I forgot about Mishvelidze, who sat in 4th. This is the lift that bumps Dimov down and puts him up into the bronze.
Yeah, the battle for bronze here. He's been sitting for a while. His last two were very solid.
Yeah. This is for a European bronze medal. We'll have 2 Georgians on the podium in the total.
Tough clean.
Yeah, but he's up. He just can't do it, and Dimov hangs on. He gets that bronze medal.
Wow.
Will he's not going to get any medal.
So
Mishvelidze's going to come 4th in the snatch and the clean and jerk and the total.
still 3 more clean and jerks here. Massidda, Mishvelidze, and Marinov. 59 would be the junior European clean and jerk record.
For Marinov.
I have to believe Marinov is going to take that.
I think that he probably would rather a gold medal in the clean and jerk. Yeah,
Well,
he's coming out. He's
yeah,
coming out
yeah,
56.
Everyone's got 62 on the bar there above him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Sergio's going to go for it.
I mean, yeah, what else would he do?
Surely Shota should just do something like 58. You know, something
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that
would
would
just force Sergio to do a ridiculous 165, a 7 kilo personal best, an impossibility.
Yeah, it'd be a smart move here.
But they might be leaving Marinov with an easy gold medal if they sort of outbid each other for that final attempt.
Oh,
Tough to get under, but he's
clean.
up. But he does have an amazing jerk. 45 degrees he's turned.
Yeah,
Yeah, his upper back just collapsed on the dip.
he just too much weight.
Yeah. But he's got a silver medal in the clean and jerk right now.
Wow, 162 is going to be loaded here.
My suspicions are that Sergio is going to clean this, miss the jerk, and then Shota will... Yeah, he might take it, actually. He might go for it. I was going to say he might just withdraw, but why not? If there's a chance that he's going to improve his rankings.
He's certainly capable of cleaning it.
Yeah, they're both going to clean this, I'm sure.
This would be a
huge.
monster lift if he makes this.
Massive.
Absolutely humongous.
A 4 kilo personal best in competition. He told us that this year in training, he's made 160 kilos. So this will be a total personal best for him.
This is the most he's probably ever tried.
Ever. Yeah, certainly the most he'll have ever put overhead if he makes it.
162. Puts him in first place if he makes this. Wow, very strong clean.
He could make this. Oh my word, I think he's going to make it.
Wow,
he has.
Fight.
He holds on.
What an absolutely
How has he
incredible
done that? 6 kilos down in the snatch. The Georgians did not expect that.
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Surely they didn't expect that. 162 kilos after missing 154 in his opener. He makes 155, and then that.
A 6 kilo deficit in the snatch to be in first place right now. Mishvelidze needs this lift.
The fact that Mishvelidze, if he could go back in time and take 157, neither of them are European champions. This battle is going to go on for years within Europe, these two. They're just way out ahead of everyone else.
This would be an absolutely extraordinary lift for Mishvelidze here, 162. He's done 160 in training. But this is enormous.
This is everything.
You can see there Massidda watching on screen.
Yeah, he's staring. It's a huge clean, and he's up with it. His jerk at 55 is very strong. Whoa. And he's going to make it.
Oh, my Lord.
What a way to end the men's 61s. Amazing. Both of them took enormous personal bests. They both made enormous personal bests. but it's the man who was able to go 5 for 6, make all of his snatches, that walks away finally with a European Championship title.
That's the battle we all deserve to see. What an incredible fight. 6 kilo deficit from Massidda, comes out, giant personal record to push himself into first. We didn't think that was going to happen.
No.
And even more unlikely, Mishvelidze coming out and making the exact same lift to take first place back. Wow.
And Mishvelidze first competed internationally in 2009, and then his first medal was at the 2012 European Junior Championships, and since then he's just never been able to get a gold medal at the Europeans. And finally he does it.
What an incredible session.
I think he's the oldest athlete in the field too. 1994 he was born. What a moment for Team Georgia. A gold medal. Wow. 136 in the snatch, 162. A 292 kilo total.
98.
A 298 kilo total. That would rank, that would have been third place at the World Championships.
That's extraordinary. Yeah, he's solidified himself in the Olympics with that lift.
Yeah.
I have to believe.
And he's 5 kilos up on Sergio Massidda's best clean and jerk.
Wow.
Who, by the way, took it very well as he was watching on the screen. As he saw Shota Mishvelidze make it, he turned and he shook his head and he smiled. It wasn't anger. It was fair play.
Yeah.
You did it.
Amazing.
It was what a battle. What a battle. Personal best for the both of them in the clean and jerk. A personal best for Shota in the snatch as well.